Fantastic. So, yes, there's something else after the camp. In retrospect, this would have made a good cliffhanger, but oh well. I heard a chat-ish sounding noise.
I think.
Oh, is that we have a CJ now?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had forgotten to log in.
All right.
It's DC 15 for wolf spider venom, or
Yes. If you have corpses to extract from.
oh, I thought we were using the anti venom because I thought you said the anti venom could be loaded in,
Oh yeah, or that.
and it just defaults to wolf spider because we didn't record any tiger spiders, so it's 2d6 poison, and on a crit.
It's a DC 13 is the con save on that.
Okay. And on a crit, it is doubled, so I do I just write another 2d6? Jesus.
Spider crits are nasty. Hobgoblin crits are worse.
A hobgoblin
Save
crits
against
are
that
nothing to
shit.
fuck around with.
All right. Right. Exploring the rest of the camp, there are, just off screen, because I couldn't find any doodads for it, there are several pits dug into the ground. And so yeah, pits dug into the ground with, makeshift wooden bars hammered across them to serve as improvised prison cells. There are a handful of goblins and hobgoblins stuck inside.
Prison cells.
Half of them, ish, have expired. Go ahead and... So half of them have expired. Several of them in particular, their stomachs have swollen. Doing this right as I'm getting booted up is just kind of ruining it all. I'm stumbling on through all this. But, so like half of them are dead, and the ones that are dead, their bodies are like bloating, but what's coming out isn't the usual mass of decaying fluids, but instead tends to be bright green or bright red. If anyone wants to roll Arcana to figure out what the hell is up with that, you can go for it. But whatever it is, it's clearly magical. Amongst the survivors, there are a pair of goblins who appear to be unharmed, a single goblin who has grown bat wings, and a hobgoblin whose hands and eyes perpetually smolder with fire.
Oh.
Is it like coming out of them quickly, or is it like just oozing out, like it's been doing that for a while?
Yeah, it's just kind of pooling up underneath them.
Let's see if Lucky can get lucky with Arcana. Hurt. Lucky just kind of slams her head on the table.
Got it.
Do you have to be skilled in this to make a check?
Yes,
Okay.
for this one. But yeah, Sephora has it, if you want her to take a poke at it.
The face with the intricate plot hook, and no one has the power for the intricate plot hook.
Yeah. Sephora doesn't know exactly what it is, but certainly she can surmise. First of all, she can tell from here that it is some kind of elementally powered dealie. Uh, some of the corpses have boiling red fire goop in them. Others have frigid blue ice goop in them, and one of them is half dissolved by a bright green acidic goop. So there's a clear theme here, but she can't identify its exact mechanics. Exactly what it works or what it is.
All right.
That said, it doesn't take someone trained in Arcana to figure out that this hobgoblin fellow appears to be a more successful experiment. Either that, or he's a ticking time bomb.
But there's a couple of goblins that seem unscathed as well.
Yeah, there's two of them that do not appear to be harmed. I mean,
I'll
they're a
go
little
up to their
malnourished,
cages and ask them in Goblin, like, what's going on?
He's just saying hi and being friendly. Let him.
Yeah,
As lucky,
like a
as
flying
lucky kind
archer
of,
is definitely something we're totally unprepared to deal with as a party.
As Lucky kind of twangs her bow. You sure? Actually, wait a minute. A flying goblin archer, holy shit, will be out of my range in 10 seconds.
And they fly slower than you do, I'm pretty sure, because that's just their move speed is their fly speed. But
My move speed is my fly speed.
right, and you're slightly faster than them because you're medium size.
Yeah, but they can dash action.
Oh yeah, they can take cunning actions that cheat like mad.
Yeah, like I said, it'll
And
be
they
gone
do.
in 2.5 seconds.
But all right, so Dern is talking down to one of them.
Not talking down, just talking to.
Yeah, then a downward strike because they're physically underneath his. Yeah,
They are physically beneath his notice.
I mean, Dern's trying to be friendly to him, so he'll crouch down to get eye level with the two goblins. And
there's no getting eye level. The prison cell is like dug into the ground. So unless you let them out,
no, I'm not letting them out then. Then I won't even. I'll still kind of crouch down a little bit and just be like,
right?
"Hey, friends and goblin, like, what's been happening?"
Hey, kids. What's
They
hip?
ask, "Who are you? Are you with the guy?
No, he's. What guy are you talking about?
That guy, the one who's not like homonyms."
That's a big word, goblin friend. I'll break out some rations and toss it to each of them.
The freaky wizard with the mindfuck powers.
So he
And
was
also the
doing
mutation
wizardy stuff to you
powers.
guys.
Well, not yet. We're next on the menu.
Well, he's dead, so.
This whole rebellion is fucked.
Why were you rebelling anyway?
Well, I mean, backing up a little bit, as Dern is a native, that's a bit of a weird question for him to be asking. The goblins have long-standing enmity with the humans because their kingdom got conquered like 50 years ago, and they're still pretty put out about it.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like a splinter group of the major goblins and were rebelling against.
I mean, they are, but their motivation is exactly the same. It's just they want their kingdom back.
Well, why did you split off from the horde?
Because if we all hung out in the same place, it'd be easy to find, wouldn't we?
Lucky speaks goblin, but you don't want her talking to goblins.
Well, what will you do if you suddenly had your freedom?
Depends on the circumstances I get it under.
If you were suddenly free today?
mean, yeah, but like, because of what?
Because of
Usually
me.
well, that depends on what you want.
Well, okay, Turn's just going to stand up and walk away from them. That's enough.
Lucky just kind of walks over to them, crouches down. Hey, have you
Hi.
guys seen a hobgoblin that basically looked like a successful version of what they were trying to do here? Big, flaming.
Yeah, that's Ark. He was not
Yeah.
a big fan of Sir Guy. Sir Guy was not a big fan of him. That went the way it was obviously going to go. Fuck
So we
wizards,
were
man.
we were asked to either return him or what, kill him? That was like kind of the two asks.
The Order of the
The Order of
Weird.
the Lion wants him dead.
The Order of the Weird would like
Sorry.
him destroyed as an abomination in the eyes of God and man and nature and stuff. The Order of the Third Eye would like to have him returned to them so that they can figure out how Sir Guy managed to do this. Right now, the Jester has walked on over to him, just looks down into the, half-starved hobgoblin huddling at the bottom there. Says, Ark Dalguz, I presume?
Oh, good. You know
In common. So, everyone can hear this. The hobgoblin down at the bottom says, what's it to you? Who the hell are you? To which the Jester responds, the only friend you've got. And unless someone intends to tackle him, he is going to pop the cell open and help the guy out.
I will absolutely cut off his arm.
Like he pulls out her dagger, and puts it to the Jester's gut. I don't think so.
How about the people who are not in cages have a discussion about the people who are in cages?
Isn't that how it always goes?
Indeed it does.
Yes, it is.
So who are you working for then?
And what do you want to do, Jester?
I'm just doing a favor for a friend.
All right,
And
now.
which friend is that?
Harlequin, leader of our merry band. Wanted this hobgoblin back home in one piece. Not sure why. I guess she likes him.
So you're going to take the goblin back to Harlequin?
Great. So
I
a
don't know,
third
she just
faction
wanted me to-
option opened up.
She just wanted me to get him out of this place. Once he's out, it's not my problem.
So just free him and then let him loose.
I mean, if he winds up with an arrow in his back, I doubt Harlequin will be super pleased about that. They weren't mentioned specifically, but she generally takes a liking to little runts. Good job. Well, yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, he's like, yeah, mission accomplished. Good work on that. I mean, it is kind of sarcastic, but the sarcasm there is like, you already won. Like, you're going to quibble over three goblins here?
I
As
mean,
a force,
Lucky's
they're already
not.
shattered.
Lucky's going to let him. Lucky's going to go. Here's the thing. I'm willing to let these three goblins here just go free with no strings attached. But if I catch them terrorizing a caravan. I'm sure there's a blind thief wandering around the woods who would, you should have a talk with.
I think the one we should. I think the one we should really worry about is that one, and I'll point to the hobgoblin.
Yep.
The threat posed by two perfectly ordinary goblins is probably not worth losing any sleep over. The caravan's been raided. We didn't stand a chance. There were 2 goblins.
Hey, you know what? This is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. I'm surprised that more caravans are just annihilated by small groups of goblins.
I told you. Harlequin asked. She's a friend.
She's your leader, but she asked you to take him to her or just to set him free.
Second one. But I would assume he'd want to come back with me on the way back to her.
Well, let's ask it.
If he wants to wander around the wilderness by himself. Yeah.
And this is the same, out of character, this is the same hobgoblin we've been looking for.
Yes. This is the successful experiment. I mean, the thing Goldblum asked you to do was just to neutralize the threat, which you already have, unless this fiery hobgoblin has been held in place by a handful of wooden bars and yet also has enough superpowers to single-handedly pose a threat to Ramshorn. Yeah. Turns out he's Sauron, becomes the big bad evil guy of the whole campaign.
All right, I'm going to go over to the cages and again huddle down and Goblin speak to the hobgoblin a little bit.
Hey, Cham, let's learn his backstory.
You are in high demand. So, from what I can tell, the Order of the Third Eye wants you back, or to be halved, so they can do God knows what to you. The Knight of the Weird want you destroyed, and the Jester wants you to go pal around with their leader, which who knows what that entails. But what do you think? What say you?
Really?
Why are we asking his opinion on this again? Like he says in Goblin.
I think as a sentient being that's imprisoned, he should at least get a say. I mean, I'm not going to just straight up murder him without at least hearing his final words. So of all those choices, you would want to go off with the Jester.
Given a choice between a slow death, a quick death, and freedom, yeah, I'll go with number 3.
Like he looks at the Jester, I wouldn't be too sure.
As you should already know, based on what's happening to you, there are worse things than death.
Like what the Third Eye would probably do to me if you hand me over to them? Yes.
Or who knows what the Jesters are going to do to you.
They've been friends with the goblins for years. Whatever they want. I doubt it's worse.
Wait, they've been friends with the goblins?
Yes.
like he's going to say, I don't want to tarnish our reputation with the Order of the Weird. I personally don't care what the Third Eye thinks. However, these gestures do seem useful. Yeah. I think you owe them a favor. Knowledge.
Yeah, I think a trade sounds pretty reasonable to me. What can you offer us, Jester?
I mean, the Hobgoblin doesn't really have shit at this point.
He's a bargaining chip. The Hobgoblin is a... Already got it, lost like half of it. Better info, please.
Well, the Jester is going to ask, are you friends of Ram's?
Yeah?
Then here's a tip. The Weird, the Third Eye, the Lion, none of them are any different from the Bear. As soon as it's convenient, they'll be sacking your town too.
Does Dern think that's true? I mean, I don't know if Dern has anything to judge that statement by.
Does Lecky feel that's true?
Yeah, it's not entirely clear. Like, the Order of the Lion in particular have never been to the Eastern Frontier before. The Order of the Weird and the Order of the Third Eye have both been out here for a while, but neither have been engaged in extremely direct, like, peacekeeping stuff.
True.
The Order of the Weird mostly hangs out in the Great Forest and serves as scouts for knightly orders and the kingdom in general, mostly. And the Third Eye are doing crazy magic experiments most of the time.
I mean, the prince is going to march an army through here, right? Isn't that what he told us he would do pretty soon?
Through the Great Forest, which is like just across the river.
Ah, I see. So the army won't necessarily even be in this area.
Yeah, it's not... Ramshorn is kind of out of the way from...
Anyone have sense motive? Or insight?
I have insight. I can roll if that would be helpful. I don't know.
I mean, Lecky's also going to roll insight with her +1 wisdom. Nope. All right. So what does our insight tell us?
Hang on. Pop open. Because the Jester, naturally, is a new creature, which means I need to look up his stats in my bestiary, which I once again forgot to open it in advance. I always have to open it up the first time it comes up. I never remember to just get it open while I'm setting up. And open office is taking its time loading. Here we are. Red Jester. Does not have Deception trained, so it's just a flat Charisma.
Well, damn.
Pretty good Charisma, but not better than Beak's Insight roll. So, the Jester is not lying, although that does not mean he isn't mistaken.
But does Beak's insight? What does Beak's insight roll tell him?
Just that the Jester is not trying to lie to you. He is telling the truth so far as he knows.
Okay.
So,
Well, Lucky just
Well,
sighs and shakes her head. I guess the hobgoblin goes with the jester.
yeah, I think empowering the gestures as a wild card seems like a prudent move. All right, Jester, do you need any assistance with handling 3 goblins and a hobgoblin?
So are we just gonna like put beards and a funny hat on them? They're totally not goblins. They're just new mercenaries.
I thought the Jester was going to just walk off with the four of them.
yeah, the goblins aren't kill on sight, so
Though someone should probably heal him just a tiny bit.
Good luck.
with what healing? Do you guys have any healing left right now?
No. If we do a short rest, I could, use the trick, but that's about it.
Yeah, if we do a short rest, I could give him a nice speech before I send him off.
Okay, yeah. So we assume we do a short rest, then I can top people up to 50%.
All right, sweet. Same here.
And, yeah, I guess since we're going to rest soon, I might as well. Well, I'll just heal myself
Right.
up pretty much.
Are you including the jester in that, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay?
Jester, you should short rest with us.
Yeah, sure. You ain't got what else to be. Upon being released, that Ark of the Hobgoblin does say that he is not going anywhere without his fellow goblin captives,
Okay.
because those little runts don't stand a chance without him.
Yeah, I thought it was a package deal. I was just assuming we were going to send all 3 goblins and the hobgoblin off with the Jester.
Yeah. No, they should know that if we catch them up to shenanigans out in the forest,
There.
there's a blind, thumbless thief they can talk to about that.
Pretend that there's a totally badass looking fire hobgoblin token there instead of a regular hobgoblin tinted red.
I mean, but I'll say in Goblin as well that, Dern is not an enemy of the Goblin people. And he would prefer, peaceful relationships over war and bloodshed. That should be known. And you should pass that on, little ones.
Ramswan was never goblin territory to begin with. We should never have come here.
And you know what? Fuck the prince. I will whisper to one of the goblins and goblin that if they hurry off, there is an army coming to the Great Forest.
Well, with that wrapped up, let's head back to town and long rest.
There is one other thing. Sort of guy in his tent. Nice big one. Contains a letter. But it is not written in common.
Let's see. What do I have? I have, for my languages, I have Common, Infernal, Goblin, Halfling, and Draconic.
Deep speech, goblin, primordial, and common.
Is it in any of those?
Hang on. List them again. Let me...
Infernal, Goblin, Halfling, and Draconic.
All right. You have the perfect blend of languages to get through this without having to roll any dice, which is good because Roll20, I mean, it hates CJ most of all, but it's
That
not
is
super
true.
keen on any of you. So
Well, except for Lecky last session. Jeez.
that is true. But because you speak both Goblin and Draconic, as you read the letter, it is written in Goblin and has a detailed uh, report on the movements of the Order of the Lion, and uh, insists that an alliance between Goblin and Elvish rebels could bring the lion down, and that Sir Dagai could uh, help facilitate that.
Huh.
It also recommends moving up the timetable on massing the goblins to raise Ramshorn in order to secure a western flank on the Great Forest as the Order of the Lion moves through.
Lecky laughs in Infernal at this letter.
It is not signed, however, from a couple of aberrations in grammar, you can tell that the writer of this letter is not a native speaker of Goblin, but rather a native speaker of Draconic.
Interesting.
Durn actually is also able to read the letter by touching it. But
What?
with the helm of comprehend languages, I can touch the text and read through it.
Don't you speak Goblin anyway? It's written in Goblin. So.
I speak Goblin, but not Draconic, so I might miss something if that was the case.
As Lecky kind of turns.
It's written in Goblin. The only thing you miss without speaking Draconic is that certainly you will immediately pick up that this isn't a native fluent speaker, isn't a fluent speaker, native or otherwise. But if you speak Draconic, you can also tell that specifically they're using Draconic grammar instead of Goblin.
Lecky kind of looks around.
Lucky.
So, does anyone here know about any groups other than dragons that speak Draconic? Like, say,
Kobolds? I don't know.
Lecky recites the letter word for word.
Cool. Yep, they speak Draconic, and they are up north. So.
What race is the guy?
He is human, and I heard a testing. So.
Tasting?
Testing. Someone sounded like they were testing something. I don't hear anything now, though.
I think that was CJ.
Yeah, it sounded like him.
CJ crying for help over the vast ocean of the internet.
I think that one testing came through, but he may be having some mic difficulties otherwise, because I'm not hearing anything now.
Well, let's take the letter and maybe we can dispatch it to the Order of the Lion.
And he's gone. Oh, hi CJ. You okay?
For some reason, I can see you guys talking, but I can't hear any of you.
That's a common Discord glitch. It has to do with connection.
Can you hear us now?
You might have us muted
Sounds
accidentally.
like no. If he has us muted, then talking to him is probably not helpful.
Yeah, that's true.
There we go. It's just either my port or my earphones being garbage. Sorry about that.
Okay, so you can hear us now?
Yep.
Fantastic.
It was weird because I could hear the music, but not you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all for it.
Let's do it.
Hey, let's see if Fuckface showed up in town. You know who I'm talking about. Fuckface.
Which fuckface? I have well stocked this campaign with fuckfaces. You're going specific.
Oh, the guy who led the companions who tried to backstab us. Former Lord of the Bear.
Vivian, that one.
Why wouldn't we welcome back in town?
I don't think he has that good of a bluff check.
Really? I think we've been pretty upstanding. We've already solved the spider problem. And
We also know that, did anyone write down notes on the name? What was the name of the spy again?
Spy?
Yeah, the spy who paid them.
oh, yeah, he did reveal
Vane.
to us that
Vane.
The literal other tiefling in the entire country. We're going to get back there, Vane's going to be at the bar. It's like, hello, Vane.
I bet you think this song is about you. You're so vain. Sorry.
I don't see Fuckface on this map, question mark?
So I guess Goldblum first. That's who we want to talk to.
Oh, what's my cut of money, by the way? I forget.
Let's sell everything first and get the money from Goldblum, and then we'll divvy it up immediately.
Worst first day ever.
Hey, you know what? She survived.
Didn't she almost die like 5 times?
Hey, you know what?
But
the fact
almost,
that Ozzy
though.
almost died one time and then died the second. Not a good track.
There.
Oh, shit.
That's brutal.
Oof. You owe me 35 bucks.
Wait. I think for hazard pay she gets triple, so she only owes you 5.
Oh god.
God, what are we, American capitalists? Jeez.
I can't believe what dicks those Order of the Bear guys are. Let's be slavers. Alright, so just exchanging all of the loot cash then.
Yeah, let's do like a full liquidation and divvy it up. And the scrolls, do we want to keep those? We have 2 of friends and 1 of sleep.
No, we do not want to keep the friend scrolls. We want to get rid of those as fast as possible. Those are scrolls of aggro NPC.
Yeah, I don't either. So let's so we want to sell basically everything listed. The gems, the loot. We are giving the mirror to Beak, and then the 2 scrolls or 3 scrolls. It does occur to me though that looks like it's perhaps stolen goods from someone. We know.
No. Oh, we
Do
don't
we
say shit. We don't
recognize-
even say that we're selling Goldblum's shit back to him.
Well, not Goldblum. It looks like a ladies of some sort. Do we recognize the portraits inside the locket?
You don't recognize them now, but so they're definitely not Bruin, Goldblum, Pilot, or Ront.
Goldblum stabs in the back. That was my wife. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it turns out that's Goldblum's dead wife, and when you try to sell it back to him, he is so offended that he reveals his 12th level wizard powers, casts Lightning Bolt as a 5th level spell.
Fucking just kills Lecky and Dern. Maybe.
It's just an idle thought. I mean, it.
So, okay, the stuff is worth 175 gold if sold without haggling on top of the actual coins that you got. So,
Okay, and you're adding up everything, the gems, the
yeah,
scrolls.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Although that does not count the mirror because my understanding is that Beak is hanging on to that. I
Yep.
believe that was agreed on.
And then Goldblum's going to give us another 250, right?
Yes. Yep. And that is the last of the quests that he has for you as of right now. The roads are clear.
Huzzah! So we all get 250 gold?
Yep.
Was
Yeah,
it 250 each or 250 total?
it is 250 each, but it is in store credit because
Okay.
he doesn't have that much gold on hand right now.
Okay,
Well,
so
yeah,
I'm not
You
going
count
to.
now, like there's gold circulating, but it's just that's a shit ton of gold though. So
Okay, so I'm going to divvy it up the items, so give me a moment.
Alright, so
I'm
250
making
in
sure
store credit. I just need 1,000 gold and I can get my best armor. Oh well. Mithril half plate. What does Mithril half plate even do?
I forget exactly, and now I'm curious. I'm going to look it up.
Because half plate's a medium armor. Oh, okay, so it's mithril armor. Oh,
Yeah, so it does not. It eliminates disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh, that is excessively lame. I thought it also got I thought it would do that, but I thought it would also give like a +1 max dex or something like that. So it's like, yes, I can have all of my dex.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna go get normal half plate.
And it costs less than regular plate armor. So
Well, half plate's a medium armor, and it's the highest tier of medium armor I can. I need it.
no, I meant like the mithril half plate. Like the power is a little bit underwhelming, but yeah, it's like it's not even the most expensive item in this town.
Well,
Rot will make you full plate, but yeah, if you want half plate, Rot can make you for that, but it won't be ready till next week, which is not a problem because you're about to long rest. But for the record, if you had done that, we are not in the forest anymore, and I cannot play the town music for you guys because that's not a thing anymore. Fanburst is spazzing out over it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like technically it's playing right now.
That's terrible. Yeah, I have a question. When you do write up the module, are you going to put in like a recommended songs list or something like that?
I'm not. The music is just not going to be there because normally what I would do is I would commission stuff for it, just like I'm commissioning tokens, but
that shit's expensive.
Yeah, there is no budget for that. I mean, I guess I am planning on running that Kickstarter in September, and
Stretch goals.
If it is fantastically successful, then I might be able to afford that. But
question: why doesn't mithril armor weigh half as much?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Look on the 5th edition. Get fucked.
Yeah, I was just looking at the entry for it, and it says nothing about the weight. Just that no penalties on stealth.
Okay, so that's how much we get each. 1 platinum, 51 gold.
Durnson asked Goldblum about protecting himself from arrows.
Don't get shot.
Yeah, well, for starters, plate armor and a shield is a good way to start.
I nod my head and then I'll kind of pull back my my coif and reveal the arrow that had gone through my throat earlier that day.
It's still in there.
Like a Skyrim character walking around just covered with arrows.
Is there any magical
arrows
names?
sticking out of you? Must have just been a rat.
Is there anything magical I could use, like a magical shield or some sort of magical spell? I'm not one to know these things, but now that I have
what's the
some
327 money. Plus 8?
Okay.
I was calculating for myself. I did not mean to put that in the window. That 8 is just me. I had 8 silver on me, so I was just adding up silver.
Well, you could have put like 0.8 because it's a decimal, right?
Okay, time to start doing some currency conversion.
Yeah, for sure you can convert your copper into silver. Because, yeah, no, that's fine. Silver is the main currency of trade in the town, so he's got a bunch of it. So
I'm not actually sure how much money I have
silver
at
is
this
not a big
point.
deal.
Lecky has 686 copper from the loot.
But can Goldblum provide any suggestions to Dern regarding additional magical protections versus arrows?
Yes, I am.
Yes, become a monk.
I mean, you're not wrong, but logistically speaking, okay, so first of all, yeah, there are magic items that are specifically good against arrows. They are egregiously expensive, however. Or like an arrow catching shield. The dwarves make those, but ever since the war, they haven't been much.
Have you heard of the legendary tower shield?
He hasn't heard of one of those since the Third Age.
Oh no. I heard legends of such an item during my time in the Order of the Bear. They say such an item was a simple, large plank of wood that could block all sorts of arrows.
Yeah, that's what the stories say.
How would you fly with a tower shield anyway?
A whole extra point of AC just from a giant plank of wood. Impossible. Surely.
They're 5 feet by 5 feet. Like, who even makes them? By the way, I'm serious. The D&D tower shields are 5 feet by 5 feet, which is insanity.
I always just assumed it was a scutum, but
No, Scudam are smaller.
Yeah.
Way smaller. No, it is a door. It is just a door made of purely metal. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is amazing.
But yeah.
He hasn't quoted a price yet.
No, the price is going to be several thousand gold for an arrow catching shield. But hey, let's see what else we've got in here. Pretty sure there's an amulet that would help out.
My price range is more like 3 to. Well, I have 250 in credit with you, so 250 plus 400, so 650 is my.
Yeah, there's an amulet of deflection that would help with this, but it's no cheaper than the shield would be. Plus, it comes from the Elven Kingdom, and fuck those tossers.
Yeah, seriously, fuck elves. I mean, don't fuck elves. You'll make half elves, which are worse.
Who was going to be lending me money previously? Well,
For me, I've offered you money as well to buy armor, I think.
Well, I didn't end up buying it, so take that into account.
So Lecky is going to try to get her 686 copper pieces squared away into silver.
Well, those last 6 copper pieces, there's nothing gold that we can do about them. But he can exchange the 680 for 68 silver.
All right.
Probably. Yeah, most everything in the DMG is a thing. But they also tend to cost quite a bit. If you're looking for stuff that's uncommon or common, it's going to be aha. Yeah, that's just flat out deflect arrows, isn't it? And all right. So he can get that on order for 600 gold and have it ready for you by next week. The small drawback is that that is another elf-made thing. But for you guys, he'll overlook that, particularly considering it's on the town's behalf that you keep getting arrowed.
And that would what?
Lucky.
Then I'd use my reaction to roll a d12. Ooh, not super good. How about just like a magical shield? It doesn't have to be arrow catching or arrow attracting or whatever.
Arrow attracting. I mean, how wide is the radius on that, though? Is that like, are we talking a, like, does it attract arrows away from you, or does it attract all arrows 15 radius?
Dern doesn't know anything about these magical items. I think I read there's a cursed shield that attracts arrows that are within 5 feet of you.
And if it attracts them into the shield, then that works. All right, yes. The dwarves make awesome shields.
We're buying a tower shield?
Kind of, yeah.
As Lucky wanders down to Ront, learns that half plate is 750 GP, and goes, haha, no.
So yes, for 500 gold, Goldblum can order a +1 shield for you from the dwarves.
Okay, and what about like a magical longsword? Like a +1 longsword?
There we are. That one will cost 400 gold. Those are homemade. We make them here. I mean, back west across the river, but same kingdom at least.
Wow. But it really needs like resistance for arrows or piercing or something. Okay, well, do I have to make that choice right now, or can I wait a day or so?
Yeah, nah, it's not. There's no rush.
So, 2 questions. One, is the cost of the half plate there markup due to the situation?
Yeah, it's 750 GP according to the base game, so...
Yeah, they're 750 flat, and then...
Because I just wasn't sure what the cost of Mithril is, because why would they possibly list that?
Yeah, all the magic item prices in Goldblum's shop I made myself, and
Okay.
all of the ones we're talking about now, splitting from those.
So, and the other question is, can we, bring from house rule the half weight thing or not? From previous editions, or?
I mean, I generally don't like to add house rules. This is not like a super big deal, so sure.
Cool.
Like, the main thing, I want to keep Petals and Thorns.
Yeah, it's just for the purposes
consistent
of our thing.
With 5 before he's out.
Well, looks like I'll have to wait on the half plate, but I'm sure I can pick that up after the break.
Lucky will have to wait on a set of mundane half plate. Jeez, it's so expensive.
I mean, Dern will contribute an amount towards armor for the both of you. He was able to get basically a free set of full plate, so he feels obligated.
Well, let's... Lucky has like 270 effective GP. If she converts that 39... Goldblum can convert her 395 silver into gold.
Oh, if I sell my current armor, I have just enough to buy the armor.
Goldblum,
Lucky has scale.
Goldblum cannot convert silver into gold, really, but you can also just spend the silver. Like, people will take it. In fact, people would generally prefer silver because that's easier to spend around. Also, armor does sell at half price.
Yeah, I was assuming.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, Lucky can't get anywhere near the 750. She's at 200. She's at 270 plus or minus however much her silver will carry her.
That leaves me with 1 gold piece and 5 silver after that.
That's a good question. One whose answer I do not have memorized. But it is written down here.
How much do you guys have spare for armor budget? Because if you could throw like 480 Lucky's way, that'd be great.
All right, Goldblum only has 1 potion of greater healing.
Yeah, technically the half plate ends up with the same AC as I do now, but theoretically it'd be 20 pounds versus the 55 pounds I currently am using.
The half plate would boost up Lucky's AC another 1 point up to 18. Aaron, you got any to throw around?
What about like something that could make Jordan fly? Would that be?
Thought you said you wanted to avoid arrows.
Yeah, no, like he just looks at him. Are you insane? Did you see how many arrows I got shot with when I was flying?
I've always wanted to fly.
Don't. It sucks. And I have big wings. As Lucky flaps her wings.
Go away, kitty. Shut up. Go.
Meow, kitty.
You were saying like uncommon items are available, perhaps, or
Yeah, anything that's uncommon is going to have hundreds of gold as a price tag, as opposed to rare stuff is usually thousands,
all right, winged boots then.
unless they're consumables, because consumables are significantly less pricey.
I think Jordan's just gonna go in a totally different direction and ask for winged boots.
What did I say about flying? No flying. You get shot. Like kind of looks down at her chest full of arrows, just kind of rolls her eyes. Whatever.
Just all of you are Skyrim characters with 18 arrows stuck in you.
Ozzy's ghost has like 30 arrows just sticking out of every single spot in his body.
I mean, if we can get the winged boots between that and the mana ray mantle, Jordan's good. He just needs like an ability to like breathe, I guess.
Boots will be 700 gold.
Whew. Well, actually, he can afford that, I think, if he burns into the 250 credits.
Like he's just like, can I turn that 250 credit into direct gold and spend it somewhere else?
He doesn't have 250 gold. He's got like 100 of it right now.
You have 250 gold in silver pieces.
Oh yeah, so he can give one of you 250 gold then.
Lucky's like, no, dibs. All right. So
yeah,
no
Jordan can
one's...
plunk that down. He'll put down 550 gold in gold, platinum, and silver.
All right. Then Goldblum will put the order in, and you should have a pair of wing boots waiting for you by the time you.
Okay, so Lucky gets her in-store credit converted into gold. She now has 420 gold to work with, effectively 520. So how much did someone say they could contribute? 200 gold? Oh, well, because I'm trying to upgrade, so let's see. If I added 200 to that, I'd be at 720 effective gold. And hold up.
How much?
Okay.
How much would a +1 shield be?
500.
Okay. I'm not going to go for the mithril. I'll just get some standard half plate and I'll order a +1 shield. How about that?
Okay, so
Sounds good.
If Beak threw Lucky about 200-ish gold, she could get the half plate. She would have more than enough for the half plate. Yeah. Okay. Eventually, yeah. All right. As Lecky comes up to Ront and is like, "Hey, sailor." And she puts in an order for half plate, which will take all of her platinum pieces, all of her gold pieces, all of her silver pieces, leaving her with 5 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces. And then Lucky will sell her scale mail for 25 gold. And does Beak want that 25? Does Beak want that 25 of that gold, or can Lucky use it to buy a room at the inn? All right. Half a plate. Beautiful. Delicious 18 armor class.
How
All
much
right,
is it for a week at the inn again?
It is 14 silver for the crap rooms and 7 gold for the nice one.
As Lucky proceeds to get a crap room because she sleeps out in the wilderness, and a crap room is a golden room.
So you can see the nice rooms there. And we go upstairs. There you have crap rooms, which you get to share with whoever else happens to be paying.
All right. All my purchases are in the chat. So.
All right. So where's the upstairs?
I mean, I can't. I just have to flip the entire map to one level or another. So.
Okay. So is Lucky in a room? Is Lucky in a?
Let's find out. Yeah, there you go.
And I'll be going for a cheap room as well, since I have 6.5 GP left.
Sweet. You can share. You can share Lucky's room.
All right.
And that was 11 silver pieces?
14.
14, okay.
2 silver per day.
All right.
Okay,
And so we all heal up back to full?
Yes, everyone is now healed. That is the first thing that happens.
We all have our spells back. Ah.
Third actually is going to take a religious turn during the week and seek out the church for prayer.
So there's just Darkest Dungeon now. Where?
Hey, you know what? If 5e eventually makes sanity mechanics, I'll roll with it.
No, they're in the DMG.
Oh, there's sanity mechanics in the DMG? Oh,
Yep.
shit, you should totally make a footnote about that for Petals and Thorns. That should be one of the difficulty increases.
I considered it. I didn't think it was super appropriate, though. I mean, it's a little bit fiddly, and there's enough Darkest Dungeon DNA in here without going full on. All right,
Jordan
guys.
just wants to pray for guidance. You know, he had a few near-life experiences relatively recently, and then Imtesh, his comrade in arms he's known for a few years, seems to have probably died at the hands of the Clan of the Dare. So
And
Darren's
this demon
feeling a
wench
little...
is tempting you to sin. Anyways.
Well, Jordan's feeling a little introspective, so he's he's going to go on a fast and pray and speak with the cleric or isn't there like the pilot or whatever?
Yes. Pilate over here. He's your cleric. Unfortunately, this town doesn't appear to have a proper church. So instead, what you've got is just this little meeting hall.
Can you believe that a backpack is 5 whole pounds?
What the hell, game? How would
Why are they made of wood?
My question is, why does everything weigh so much in 5th edition?
I know. I'm looking at it. It says I have 113 pounds in weight. Like, holy crap!
See, here's the thing. The way I do weight in Dungeons and Dragons is that if you're directly wearing an item like a backpack or a suit of armor, it doesn't factor into your encumbrance. There's a reason for that. Because full plate's 80 fucking pounds. Sorry, 55 pounds. But if you're wearing it, you won't feel it. Because the weight's all spread out.
It's not even usually that heavy.
Yeah,
sure
D&D just sort of inflates the weight of everything.
Yeah, like I'm sure there
like
are some
5-pound long swords.
5-pound long swords. Oh, geez. What is that?
Yeah,
what is that?
like,
a replica
got an
long
extra
sword?
pound or two on it.
I mean, granted, 5 pounds is about accurate for how much a katana weighs, but that's neither here nor there. Oh,
Spooky music.
Yes, some of the music still functions. And this is one of them.
Lucky will also keep a lookout for Vane. In fact, that's her main goal. She's going to be hanging out down here with these people hanging around town, mainly looking out for Vane.
Well, as Dern, Pilate is just leading Dern in prayer. He is doing his best not to be intrusive about why the sudden need for religious guidance. Instead, just, makes the altar available. Tells him to ask if there's anything he needs to talk about.
I mean, Dern has no issues with opening up with Pilate, as long as there's like no one around. Dern will pour out his life history of his bloody mercenary days. How he lost his father perhaps a year or two ago and taken up his armor and continued in the vein of just killing and whoring. This is what his father told him are the two things man can do.
Pilate will tell him that certainly there are many who have embraced such a life, and in times as dark as these, in times like these, it's not uncommon. Although it is Pilate's opinion that it is misguided. That's in the end, it simply doesn't bring the peace that we are all searching for in times of war.
Sure. I mean, Dern's all about making a difference, though. So wherever he thinks, he asks what the priest believes he should be doing.
Well, it's a complex question. Certainly, the priest believes, although he is a little bit biased, that Dern has done a lot of good for Ramshorn. People in this town were in need, as the chaos has in the past year or so has reached out to envelop them, and Dern and his allies have turned it back, at least for now, for which he and the town are very grateful.
Dern and Beak and their merry band of rotating cohorts.
Jethro's earning himself a permanent position.
Lucky's trying to work on it.
Can't hit the bride's side of a barn, but he can heal people.
Hey, you haven't died, and that puts you ahead of, 80% of the hires so far.
That is true.
No, that is actually 80% that he is ahead.
You also haven't tried to flat out murder one. Like turned around and tried to murder the party. So that puts you ahead of several of the prospective candidates for sure. Although I don't think any of them were ever actually hired. But yes. See, Pilate is himself a priest of Ninmah, and does not know very well the ways of war. However, Ashtoreth is also holy. It's part of the same pantheon and upholds the same ideals. There are times when it is necessary to shed blood, when it is better to do so than simply sit and watch and do nothing. Which, for all his righteously angered invective, is about all that Pilate was ever able to do about the Order of the Bear.
Jern normally worships Shamash, but that's probably out of like habit and custom from maybe growing up among mercenaries where he maybe perhaps met a traveling cleric at some time.
Shamash.
But yeah, I want to do what's right,
Yeah.
by Ramshorn and by myself. It's looking pretty bleak recently, just with all the death.
At which point, the door creaks open.
Oh?
Knock, knock. I heard someone say death and I came running.
Who?
So, this young woman enters, strides in, takes a seat, pale as death and clothed in garb dark as ravens. Pilate turns towards her and asks what she's doing here and what are you doing in town? She says, what? You don't think I just came here to pray at the altar of the seven gods? You don't think vampires can be religious too? I'm hurt. This is racism. I'm here to talk to Dern. I don't care about your gods.
You're hurt.
Well, I can't imagine what the living has to do with the dead.
Gonna be honest, big guy, I'm not surprised to learn you don't have much of an imagination. But I probably shouldn't be mean because I'm here to pay you to do a thing.
I'm here to pay you to do a thing.
I don't do vampires.
Don't flatter yourself. I'm not here for a lay. I'm here to solve a skeleton problem. Skull fucking them afterwards is up to you.
Ooh, kinky.
Pilate rounds on her. Tells her if you're going to discuss this sort of business, do it outside of my church. Which, Lydia responds, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to make an enemy of you. After all, turning poor, innocent bloodsuckers like me into ash is like what you do, isn't it? Come on, turn your holy mojo on. Make me scared. She turns back to Dern. Says, so in lieu of raising half this town,
Is she leaving? Is she getting out? Is she going out?
Yeah, she's getting up to leave. She's like, yeah, so yeah. In lieu of turning this into a fight that will end very poorly for this town, I'll just ask you to come and find us in the Catacombs.
Oh, good, I'm lagging. Oh, perfect.
Well, I'll talk with you outside.
Oh, by all means. Raise her checks?
Dern's gonna stand 10 feet away from her. He does not want to be next to her.
Man, if only Ozzy were here, he would just walk up and be like, oh, look, a vampire, burning hands.
And Dern will tell her nothing personal, just you have your claws out, and he'll draw his sword at the same time. You know, just so we're on the same ground, so to speak.
Well,
Well, what?
Yeah, no, so Lydia chuckles, advances.
Well, Dern's gonna. I mean,
Towards you.
he's gonna walk back. You know?
oh, also her name and
Do I frighten you?
aren't present, so
All 105 pounds of me? I'm terrifying.
I'm trying very hard not to strike out at you.
Go
This
for
is
it.
for your own protection as much as this is mine.
No, it's not.
I wonder, should I?
But if the vampires, what could they possibly use us for? Aren't they just far superior than us mere mortals?
Yeah, but you're expendable.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check.
Okay, well, how much money are you offering?
Yes.
1,000 gold for you and each of your friends. The ones who aren't dumb enough to work for salary, anyway. Which, if anyone wants to conveniently walk in on this conversation, that would be fine. It's not.
I already
be.
rolled Lucky's stealth check.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if Beak or anyone like wants to be a part of this, there are any number of excuses to be walking through the center of town here. So.
I am the Night Champion. Anyone else? No? No takers?
So.
Nobody's gonna roll perception to spot the tiefling on the roof? Okay.
I'm just comparing it to the passive. So,
Oh.
you are hidden. Great.
Dern does not notice.
Doesn't notice shit. Lucky is currently just watching the conversation, listening in.
Well, if we do it for the good of the ram's horn, I'll see if Vampire's word is worth anything.
So is that a yes? Or
Should he be patient, being an immortal?
just because I'm immortal doesn't mean I've got all night.
Yeah, we could talk until the day comes. See how that feels. And Dern will kind of like, with his other arm, where his shield usually is, dangle the holy symbol of Shamash.
Oh, all right. Come on. She walks towards you again. Turn me. Go for it. Try it. I dare you.
I'm just trying to remind you of something you probably can't witness.
Like the edge is close to the roof. Edge of the roof. I'd suggest stepping away from the idiot in the armor.
I'll take that under consideration. Who are you?
Me? I'm not one of the idiots that took salary.
Well, at least you've got that going for you.
Yes, I'm looking for the literal other tiefling in this area, Vane. And I was wondering if you had seen them. I have seen your skeleton problem and know that you will need help with that. Make 250 extra, and I'll make sure it happens.
You can haggle with Peter over the details.
But first, what do you know about a tiefling named Vane?
That depends on what part of the timeline we're in. Let me double check.
Excuse me.
All right.
All right.
Says, well, I'll give you a clue. There's only one tiefling in Ramshorn.
Oh, so she's split. That's nice. Interesting. You may go. Dern, stop antagonizing her.
Again, if we do this, it's for the good of Ramshorn.
Don't care.
Vampire, I said you may go. I suggest you take it.
Come at me, bro.
As Lecky flies down and goes back into the inn. So, Lecky has left. Dern, I suggest you do the same.
Well, Dern's not going to walk away. He's waiting for the vampire to leave.
Vampire's waiting for a solid answer as to whether you're doing this or not.
Lucky just gave her the answer. Yes.
We're not doing anything until a few days from now. We're taking a much needed respite.
She'll shrug. Suit yourself. This town gets burned down by an out-of-control skeleton problem. That's an inconvenience for us.
I mean, the skeletons are already out of control. Like, are they making more skeletons?
Come to the catacomb. Peter will tell you the details.
There was a skeleton inside of you the entire time, Dern. No one's gonna gasp in shock and horror that there was a skeleton inside of them? Okay.
There's skeletons in all
That was
of us.
good.
I don't believe you. It's just a myth. It's just an urban legend. There's no such thing as skeletons.
Well, that's the skeleton. Skeletons are a myth. I want that to be a 4th edition style DC 10 knowledge roll. Skeletons are a myth. Skeletons are fake news. Succeed the DC 20, there was a skeleton inside of you the entire time.
But who was phone?
But who was phone? See, I knew the chants were good for something. That's what it is. Alright, so are we done with this pointless confrontation with the vampire? Well, I mean, other than getting a quest and getting paid.
I mean, if you don't want your 1,000+ gold, that's
Lucky,
you can always.
Lucky definitely wants 1,000+ gold. She'll suck up to some undead bastards to get ahead in life. Wait a minute, did what the vampire say? Like, was she implying Lecky wasn't a tiefling? Oh no. Oh no. The plot thickens, everyone.
You are an elf all along.
Oh no.
A Romulan infiltrator sent to destroy the kingdom.
No.
Monster.
Anyway, so Vane is not a tiefling. There's only ever one tiefling in Ramshorn. Yeah. So Vampire said
one goes, another comes in.
Oh. No, I talked to the vampire, and the vampire said there was only ever one tiefling in Ramshorn, so
at the dawn of a new week, Bruin, a bucket of cold water over where Diessa and Ront passed out from their drinking contest the night before. They both lost, and Bruin won big.
Nice.
And now,
I do talk to Bruin, by the way, about the whereabouts of. I don't remember his name again, but fuckface.
He did blow into town briefly. Came back from the woods. Seemed like he was in a hurry. Bruin asked him why, didn't get an answer, and didn't want to stick his nose in someone else's business. Had no idea he was up to any murder. The guy grabbed his stuff and left.
Yeah, Lucky tells him what went down. Like, if you ever see him again, ever, poison his drink.
Done.
Tell him it's from Lucky. Bastards like him are why the Order of the Bear went sour.
All right. So you still got Sepora on retainer. Trim. Yeah, no, it still qualifies. Like, you pay her for a week at a time. It took you like a day to finish up with the hobgoblins. So yeah, you had her for the rest of the week there. And yeah, so if you're gonna keep on paying for her, then she'll keep on working for you. Right. So Trim, Toss, Cobble, Euphemia, Green Bottle, and Grunt are all headed to work for Goldbloom.
Woo.
Diesa Baldirk is going to help Ront out for the week. I didn't catch the end of that. Guarding caravans mostly, and protecting the town.
So I'm assuming the last caravan after the goblin ambush went swimmingly.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
All right. So which means this one won't need as much protection. Well, at least from us.
Mainly, he just needs a couple of big, tough-looking goons to escort it down through the Great Forest.
Who better than Grunt, right?
Yeah, he's the biggest and gooniest of all. Anyways.
Hey, you know what? They're very goony.
I mean, Trim Toss Cobble is a good support in case there's an actual fight, and Euphemia Green Bottle is a badass, so. It's true. That's what Grunt is for. He's not actually all that intimidating in a straight fight, but he sure looks it.
He looks intimidating, everyone focuses on him, and then the halflings do their thing.
So, Kara Stormwind is available for hire. If Sepor is just not good enough on her own anymore.
No, she tracks arrows just fine. Like he says that out loud. Anyways. Wonder what? Yeah. I hear the Halloween theme.
I don't know how you were hearing that through my headphones, but impressive.
Well, it's because I'm in your mind.
Your favorite color is 3.
I assume the vampire conversation is related to Beacon Jethro.
Yeah, not unless you're keeping it from him.
Certainly not.
What's good do with the skeleton? It sounds like a level up.
Yeah, I feel like it should get cleaned up one way or another. Yeah.
Darn it. I don't have any bludgeoning weapons. Can I get bludgeoning arrows?
Every time someone asks for one of those, I imagine the little Hawkeye arrows with the boxing glove on the end.
I mean,
Well,
imagine
there-
whatever you want. Bludgeoning arrows, dude.
Well, I mean, there are like those blunt arrows, like for small game, where it's like a big bulb at the end with a tiny little point, or something like that.
Basically, yeah.
But I don't know if D&D has stats for such things.
Yeah,
Pathfinder and 3.5 did. They just did bludgeoning damage. Surprise, surprise.
Should I pick up like a warhammer or something? Or
They're skeletons, yes.
Let me check my character sheet. Would that be under religion?
Yes.
No, it's knowledge skeleton.
Well, it might have been some weird new knowledge skill or something. I don't know.
Do you
Knowledge
not have
skeleton.
knowledge skeletons? It's the single most critical skill in the game, but I guess I'll be nice and let you roll religion since apparently you're basket weaving. Didn't
Well,
even
apparently I
take
got a
knowledge
21,
skeletons.
so
Skeletons
skeletons
like
are
to
a myth.
Skeletons are a myth made up by the Yuan T to control us.
You're breaking the conditioning.
Jethro is a humble water filter merchant.
You
Exactly.
can now see the Fenords.
So, what does Jethro know about skeletons?
Well, Jethro knows that bludgeoning weapons are for sure super effective against them. Don't go for poison.
Like he just kind of permanently sheathes her spider dagger for now. Closes the end around it.
So, skeletons
Quarterstaff or
are
something.
generally speaking mindless. They are always mindless when raised by a necromancer, but sometimes when raised by ambient necromantic energy, they can retain certain memories and personality traits of what they
They
were in
usually
life,
sing and
although
dance.
always a sort of hollow, barely there echo. Never a real, not like a vampire style actual person, if kind of dickish, but
But pretending to be a person.
yeah, not doing a terribly good job of it either.
But I'm real, but you're a skeleton. Do they restore health through drinking milk instead of health potions?
No,
Well, I should.
they restore
Well.
health by drinking inflict wounds potions.
How do they drink inflict wound potions? Do they just kind of smash it on their head?
I mean, they try, but the real takeaway is that they don't. Skeletons are very sad.
well, I
Alright.
guess Stern wants to try and pick up like a flail or a warhammer or something.
Yeah, Ronkin,
Lucky is going to settle for getting bludgeoning arrows if those are even a thing in 5th edition.
those are not a thing. Yeah, a spear can just be used as a quarterstaff. Just flip it around and you're good.
Are there any finesse bludgeoning weapons in the game?
I'm pretty sure. If they're not, there should be. Because while bludgeoning arrows are honestly dumb and ridiculous, that would not be aerodynamic. But
30-foot range.
Oh my god, is it just the sap of the baton? Oh no.
Would Ront be willing to donate a flail for the cause, or maybe trade in for all the because we have like a stack like armor and I can't remember, like short swords or something from our.
He'll lend you a flail. Like, if you only need it for, like, right now, if you want to, like, take it and then bring it back, he's pretty sure that A, you're true to your word, and B, you'll come back alive. So.
Right,
Yeah,
like
it's
he's
for like
going to have to
a
punch
day or
skeletons today.
Shooting skeletons is way more effective than it would be.
Oh, yeah, I could use a sling. Like, he gets a sling and some bullets, I guess.
Ron can sell you
Dern
the
will give
bullets, but the art of sling making is beyond him. Ront is an orc and is not sure what these socks are that you speak of.
Like he just kind of sighs because she's surrounded by idiots. But,
Yeah, Ront can make you a sling. You can make you a sling. They're like really the one copper piece you pay for it is just paying for the rope. You could do the rest yourself if you really wanted to.
As Lucky pays for the rope and does the rest herself.
So, like, if you want, Ront can take the 5 minutes it takes to turn that into a sling, but
Now I have another weapon to add. Sling. How much range is...
You guys ready to go meet a vampire clan? All right.
This is a week later, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did our
hilariously, you're
items
not
come?
overrun by skeletons.
Yeah. The items you paid for have arrived. You've cleared out the roads, so no worries on that front.
Does a D4, has a range of 30-20. So close. All right. One D4 plus Dex because it's a ranged weapon. Oh, and it uses archery, right? So Dex plus 2. And this is going to be used exclusively against undead, which I don't have as a favorite enemy. So, as my damage goes into the shitter. No, I have humanoids, all of them, all of the humanoids ever. Because for some reason, D&D likes to be pedantic and split humanoids into 50 billion categories. So if you want to be effective at dealing with any fucking humanoids ever, you have to devote all your favorite enemies to humanoids. No, I'm playing the Unearthed variant, which is why I get all humanoids ever. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, most editions of D&D are super pedantic and go like, oh, but are you hunting native outsider humanoids? Or are you hunting not native outsider humanoids? And it's like, all right, can I just hunt humanoids, please?
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, why didn't you heal full?
It was like northwest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just straight this way. So
Didn't we see like some skeletons and a vampire at one point?
Yeah, we saw some skeletons and vampires at one point. I apologize for not moving. I got distracted. You just give me a second. Just give me a second. I need to initiate flying. Yes. Cham, you know what to do when I initiate flying, right?
Yep, there you go.
Alright, so where's everyone else?
Wandering
Way up
off
ahead.
randomly off the path.
Hold up. Please, let me scroll up. Don't highlight everything and then scroll me off to the side. Yeah, we're getting close. Yeah, there's a skeleton archer right here. Everyone, full stop. Right up there. And that means they can see me as... Uh, I hear clicking. I don't like the sound of clicking. Whoever's making the clicking, please stop. I feel like I'm going to get archered. As Lucky kind of goes to this tree, kind of ducks down behind it. Oh wait, I don't turn it off here. I go into here. Please no. Please don't do this to me. I'm no longer flying. Stop it. Stop. No bully. I am no longer flying.
I'm just drawing lines from random points towards you from just outside your vision. There's not actually any tokens there.
Well, if they're mindless, they won't do anything unless instructed. But you know, sure, yeah, go play footsie with the skeleton speak. Go do what you do best and just aggro a random encounter.
Nope. They hold their bows, arrows knocked, strings are tight but not drawn, and they are just staring at the road. Nope. Completely ignoring him.
Like he kind of slides down. He's gonna go talk to this vampire over here.
Watlothral, on the other hand, yeah, just kind of staring at you.
What you doing?
Back off, or you're about to get your daily dose of calcium.
Like he's like, what you doing?
Yeah. Skeleton does not react at all. When you wave a wing in front of its face, it does kind of lean to the side to keep staring at the road, but that's it.
Well, I'm trying to get directions to the catacombs from this vampire over here. Could you direct us to the
The
catacombs?
owner of those skeletons that you're playing with, those are not toys.
No, Lucky's over here interrogating the vampire. Listen, can you direct us to the catacombs? We were told by a friend of yours that you had a skeleton problem. And this was the last place I saw a skeleton, so I came here.
She gestures to the giant 2 catacombs sign hanging in the void just to the west.
Lucky just kind of stares at the void. Interesting. Tell me more about
Catacombs
this
are straight
void.
that way. Straight this way.
Yeah. Guys, this way. Don't
And
touch the skeletons, please.
as I was only instructed to kill spiders heading in, I suppose I'll let you pass.
Oh, we killed most of the spiders. Well, they killed most of the spiders. I did mopping up.
That would explain why it's been so quiet lately.
Hey, your job's worthless. You're gonna get fired within the week. I wonder what happened if Lucky accidentally disturbed the tree, flying over the tree, and accidentally got a little bit of sunlight on the vampire.
Would not burst into flames immediately. We need to expose her for at least a full round.
Oh,
Even
okay.
then, she'd just start taking damage. So I think she's got the hit points to last for 2 or 3 rounds before she turns to ash.
Anyways, everyone to the giant catacomb sign as Lucky slams her head on it.
Is Dern intentionally hanging back, or what's up there? So I'm ready to copy and paste you guys over, but
Aaron, what's going on?
Oh, I was like looking at the archers and just listening to the conversation.
all right. I just need you over there. Okay, I can grab you all and copy paste now.
Multiple Jethro.
Okay, that didn't work as intended.
Lucky suddenly sees a bunch of Jethros and is like, what cursed
Wall of
thing
failure.
has left
No. See, now that there's now that there's 15 of them,
He
and
might
they
have,
all smash at the same time, one of them is going to hit.
maybe.
No, they just all miss. They all miss even harder.
All right. Place isn't properly dynamically lit, but I can fix that in just like another minute or two, so bear with me a second. Thought I had this place finished, but apparently there are just a few finishing touches left to add.
Oh, whoops.
There.
The horrifying loading zone. Ugh. Can we get a jump?
Oh, sure.
Lucky activates her dark vision. This allows her to draw 2 cards in her hand.
Oh, nice. You have dark vision.
Yeah, I do.
What light sources do we have for us poor humans?
Shitloads of torches.
I've got light as a cantrip, so there's that.
Do we want to go with the 2 light sources
Do
again?
you want me to just poke people with light or what?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how the cantrip works. Can you have like multiple sources of light?
I don't see why not. You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet, blah, blah, blah. Until it ends, you get a light source. Lasts an hour. It doesn't specify you can only have one active.
Does Beak have dark vision?
How long does a cantrip last between castings?
1 hour.
Oh, nice. So yeah, spread that goodness on me.
For sure. I'm in a field of darkness, though.
All right. So who is getting the light?
Lucky is not. She is the knight. Yeah, she has 60 feet of dark vision, so.
I think so. Your dark vision should all be sorted out, and the thrall at the entrance informs you that Pither is waiting for you to the west of the entrance. Peter. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it just Peter? I don't know. Some scary Eastern European name. Vampires. Bleh.
Hey, look.
Yes, because you're all glowing.
Lucky is not glowing.
Well, yeah, everyone except for Lucky. But
You might want to make sure we can see each other's light sources. There's an option.
yeah, is who? Okay, okay. Yeah, there's a.
I'd like this place that this place is a full-on ossuary with the whole stacks of like femurs and stuff.
Oh yeah. How about let's not let the rampaging skeletons get their hands on these raw materials?
Probably a good idea.
As you approach, Peter Vlatla steps forward. Ah, Beak, Dern, and company, I take it.
Yep.
Yes, company. What the hell's Jethro? Wait, where's Jethro?
I'm right at the
there he
front.
is.
I've made a terrible mistake.
I take it then that my daughter's message reached you.
She said she would pay us 1,000 or more each to destroy all the skeletons.
1,000 was the price that I had agreed on, yes. Excellent. The skeletons are expanding up cord, and as you can see, there are more than enough raw materials here for them to create an army. We have been conducting experiments, and as they sometimes do, one of them has gone wrong. No. The number of skeletons that a single necromancer can command is woefully limited in the grand scheme of things. We were hoping to find an uncapped method of reanimation. And, technically, we succeeded. There is an expanding field of necrotic energy. In a sense, yes. It shall not do any immediate harm to you. However, as it grows, it will animate every skeleton it comes into contact with. They shall join the horde.
Even ours?
Every dead skeleton.
As Beak suddenly cuts out. Oh, you cut out.
Eventually, yes. However, the power has clustered around four in particular. Release these spirits, and the problem shall be solved. Oh, for God's sake, no. Reinter them.
Uh-huh.
After you have deanimated them, place them back in their sarcophagi.
Someone
It
actually
is their
charismatic should
restless
take over.
anger. It is
No,
their restless.
someone typed it. Oh, sorry.
It is their
Someone just
restless
typed.
anger that drives the skeletons to rebellion. Lay them back to rest, and the others will fine. Deeper in the catacomb. In what thing now? Yes. Deeper within.
So are you
My
wanting...
children keep watch deeper inside.
So Jethro is going to
Find
be
them, they can give you more precise directions. I have left it to them to keep the depths of the catacombs secure, such that these four restless dead will not get their hands on more bones to animate.
So, question, for reinterring, does he want, like, the full-on burial and, like, incense going on, or just, neatly stacked into piles sort of thing that's left of them?
Get them back in their coffins and all shall be well.
Okay, good.
No, just stick them back inside.
Yep.
Indeed. Good luck.
We're gonna need it. We all have Dern's. I don't know where my 5 temp HP went, by the way. Hello, Lion Knight. What are you doing in here? On your
Hi.
horse.
Naturally. Never without it.
It's like that song Horse Outside.
The Lion Knight, yeah, no, that is a legit lion. I mean, not on a horse. He's dismounted. But yes, showed up and entered the catacomb. Approaches
Are you
you.
here to offer us
Says,
a counter quest?
of course. You have figured out the pattern.
So what's your counteroffer?
He points towards you as you approach, says, "You there. You're the ones who spoke with the vampire earlier this week?"
Yes.
We're also the ones that took care of the goblin flank for your army.
Oh, yeah. Lecky just hands them the letter. Hands them the translated version of the letter. So. Oh, okay. No. Okay.
Yes. "You have our gratitude for your assistance in dealing with the goblin threat, to say nothing of the many others that have plagued this land. And it is our hope that you can render aid once more." "These Vlatlas intend to continue their experiments in these catacombs. Our allies in the Third Eye have given us extensive information on these unholy investigations. It is our intention to put a stop to them permanently. If we consecrate this place against future necromantic incursions, the town will never again be threatened by this reckless experimentation."
So, what's the payout on this other than, not having reckless experiments?
"You are here to pacify the skeletons, yes?
Yes.
If you consecrate the ground while you are there, it will prevent the Vlatlas from reanimating them again. I can handle the details. I cannot, however, single-handedly cleanse an entire catacomb of skeletons. They're outside of sight range, it doesn't count.
They are offering us 5,000 or 4,000 gold. Yeah, that sounds good.
As she continues to take arrows for us.
And very probably early retirement afterwards. But hey.
Cat.
The Order of Lion has many expenses and cannot spare any coin to pay for this purpose immediately. Certainly I was not given any.
Yeah, I don't do quests on credit, sorry.
I mean, I'm all for preferring to help humans over the undead. It's just the Order of the Lion had asked a lot of us and had given us essentially nothing. Like, even the Order of the Bear, the Clan of the Bear, has gone free for their crimes. And it's not even clear to me that the prince truly respects the law.
The Order of the Bear did nothing illegal, to my understanding.
What? I am witness to his crimes. And Jordan will draw his weapon and be like, "Dare you lie to me again, and I will slash your tongue out."
Like
Please,
he pulls
sir,
out
I
her
did not
bow.
come here to fight you. I am only
Well,
telling
you
you
come
what I
here
have
to
been
insult
told.
me? You come here and insult me while I do good deeds for the town of Ramshorn, and you ask me to do credit for you for no good? And what have you done for Ramshorn?
It is for the sake of good that I ask you this.
The
These
vampires overhear
vampires are a
this?
threat.
Is it the sake
And
of
if they
good that you allow
succeed,
the Order of the Bear to wander around scot-free?
I do not know what the Order of the Bear have done.
Well, I tell you what they have done, and my word, I will say, is good as gold. Nay, as good as platinum.
Lucky pulls out her Order of the Bear bag.
What exactly is the valuation here? Let me just convert some currency.
Electrum.
It is as good as the boots on my feet.
Whatever the bear have done, these
Oh
vampires
yeah,
are already your
casually killed
enemies. They are the enemy of all living things. They only bide their time. Sooner or later, they will be enemies of Ramshorn and any nearby.
and then they'll
This
run
is-
out of food and die.
Look, this is something I thought myself, and yet when I came to Ranshorn, it was on fire because of the Bear Clan. And has the vampires done anything? No, not a thing. In fact, they're willing to pay us living folks to take care of skeletons.
By the way, do the vampire?
What do you think they will do once they have it?
Will they have
Well,
it
they-
though? Will they
Tell me
truly?
what had they done the last 30 years?
They have waited, and soon they will have what they waited for.
And what has the Order of the Lion done for this land the last 30 years?
Kept the peace to the west.
Jerry
And
will
done our
laugh.
best.
I grew up in this area. I've known nothing but bloodshed and war. Again,
And the
if you
west
lied to
has
me a
not,
third time,
thanks to us.
if you lied to me a third time, that will be your last.
Do not insult my honor. We have
You're-
kept the peace.
Your honor is worthless to me. It has done nothing, and Gurn will spit to the ground.
Lucky pulls out her bow and knocks an arrow. I suggest you stop lying to our faces.
I mean, you guys need a refresher on directions. Did you forget the name of the land you're in? Like, half of this escalation just came down to he claimed to have kept the peace in the West, and then Dern is like, well, I grew up in the East, and there's been no peace here, which, yes,
Yes,
Guess
you
that's
kept
not
the
the
peace
West.
in the West, but it is not extended this far. It is not extended this far. We have seen naught of your peace.
we just got here.
Yes, that is true. And Lucky tried to describe in detail all the shit she's seen in the Order of the Bear do.
The word of a
'Cause
deserter
I-
is not something this knight finds persuasive. And as we are clearly not going to be friends, we shall leave and report this confrontation.
Lucky
to
shoots him in the back.
Darius. All right, go for it.
It's that
Roll with
initiative.
advantage. Does
Apparently,
17 hit him?
we cannot ever refuse a quest from anyone without also murdering them.
Does a 17 hit him? Hello?
Yeah, I'm checking. Nope. 17 is a miss.
17 is a miss. Damn.
Anyways, I guess we're rolling for initiative.
Sounds good.
Does he notice you trying to shoot him?
Time to roll twice
think
for
he
initiative
might.
to take the better result. Yes.
Did the initiative tracker get reset, or
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to clear out the old stuff and
Anyways, by the way, I'm liking this roll twice, take better initiative power that Lucky has.
No,
My
it's
favorite thing about this is that when the Order of the Weird and the Vlatlas both offered you a job, you decided to murder the Vlatlas. And when the Vlatlas and the Order of the Lion offered you a job, you decided to murder the lion.
This is what happens when you forgive monsters.
All right, so which one was Sephora and which one was Beak? All right.
Smart man.
I'm at 10.
Poor Dern.
I've got 5.
Rip. Ripperoni Jethro.
Also Tear.
Oh man, this Order of the Lion guy. I feel bad for him. Oh well. No,
All right, Lucky, go for it.
since he hasn't acted yet, I have advantage on him again. Because Unearthed Arcana Ranger, my friend. Oof, does a 24 hit?
Yes. AC is not that good.
8 damage. Yeah, that includes my 2. And then Lucky is going to kind of move up. Anything else I can do? Oh, right. I drop a hunter's mark on him. I should have done that initially, but you know.
All right, Beak. Yep. Yeah, you got to kick him for sure.
This is what you get for forgiving the bear. Don't think you can evade me.
Like, this guy doesn't have anything to say about the bear. He had nothing to do with that. So,
No,
like
let
200 knights in this order, and there were like 3 of them actually present for that. So, like, Darius and them all know what's up, but rando knights are basically just like, fuck.
well, it's about to be 199 nights, so
All right. It is Dern's turn.
Dern will move up, and I guess it looks like did the ruler go away, like in terms of the movement count? Oh, cool. Okay. So that's one move for Dern, and then the exit's like to the further south. Is that right?
Yeah.
cut him off
Dern,
and pass.
yeah, Dern will provoke and go past him.
I hope he swings and misses.
Will he take his shot?
Yeah, I'm just. That's going to be a miss.
That Are we
He
going
will
to pause
repost
that?
with the flail. He has a flail in hand, so I didn't make a new one, but the flail does the same damage. So. Does he get advantage?
Nah, you are not quite in flanking position from there. Plus, you would have provoked in that square anyway. So,
Oh, okay, so that's probably a miss then.
yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it should be one square to the east then.
It's like I'm in DM mode or something. I don't have the normal options when I'm touching my token. There's no ruler, but there's like draw shape, freehand, and stuff instead. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, no, that's the ruler is just lower down.
Oh, it's changed, I guess. Oh, how unhelpful.
Anyways, it turns out the withdraw action is a thing.
Oh no. Lucky has advantage on all survival checks to track him until he is dead.
Nah, if that
Exits
was
the.
the case, they wouldn't even need your help. Yeah, so I mean, basically how this goes is that he can always move faster than you, withdrawing and then moving, unless you also double move to keep up with him. That 20 feet of leftover movement isn't actually going to help you kill him. You can catch him, but you can never attack him.
All
because it would
Lucky
take
needs to do
more
is
than
get
a
him within bow range.
single move action to. Plus, he does have a horse outside, so once he's on that thing, he's moving 60 feet around or 50, something.
we can kill the horse, right? No, I mean, we could just double move into the horse and kill the horse. I mean, Durn's gonna spend basically as much time as he can to try and hunt him down and kill him because he doesn't want him to run away at this point.
Yeah, Lucky. Alright, so has he quote unquote escaped and is combat over? Or.
If you want to try and track him down, we can try to run this, despite a lack of any real map.
True, he would be within 5 feet of the horse, so Lucky could pepper him and the horse.
So yeah, basically Sepora and Lecky and anyone else with a range attack can go for the horse.
Alright.
See if you can down that thing.
Alright, so do I, since the horse hasn't acted yet, I'm assuming I would roll advantage, or do I have to move up first?
I mean, the horse. Yeah. The
Why
horse
is there a toll of dead?
Well, you're talking about ranged attacks, so I thought.
Alright. Like he rolls with advantage against the horse?
Never mind, I thought. Never mind.
I can chuck a hand axe at the horse.
Crap. And is the guy within 5 feet of the horse? That... I think it takes an action. No. Which means he would be within 5 feet of the horse. Woohoo! Does that mean I...
Okay. I have found the horse's wisdom score.
Of course. Of course it does. You done?
Yeah, I'm good.
So yes, the horse stands resolute against the encroaching toll of the grave.
Does Lucky's 14 hit it?
Yes, and therefore also Sephora's. No, Lecky's 14 hits, but Sephora's 14 misses.
All right, so 7 piercing, 5 fire. Is the guy within 5 feet of his horse, by the way? I forgot to ask.
Probably not, no.
Oh, okay. So when he's mounted on that horse, the wombo combo begins.
The moment he's mounted on this horse, he is 120 feet away.
Well,
So you get one shot.
To the hand axe, right?
All right. I mean, honestly, in the interest of like moving this along, like that kills the horse, and the knight is not as tricky as the Vlautla Thrall is, really. Plus, you guys are level 4 now. Going to just go ahead and say that eventually you kill. I don't know why you're assuming the Vlautlas are going to start a war to cover for you, but okay.
Oh no, we go out and we drag the bodies into the catacombs.
I mean, how this goes, you know, the Order of the Night, they send a guy to the catacombs, he doesn't come back. They send a guy, like a whole team of like 8 dudes to go check out what happens to him like a week later. And the Vlautlas are like, yeah, those mercenaries killed him. Because it definitely wasn't us.
Wait, they can't hear like our conversation, but they can tell them that we killed them? And...
Snitches
they don't even have to know that it was you. They just have to not want to go to war with the Order of the Lion over this.
But the Vatlas have the same belief, right? They're like, they went off to the spider cave and I guess the spiders killed.
Ooh, I know what we could do. We could dump his body in the spider cave. All I have to do is just remove the arrows.
We could burn the body, just saying.
Well, true. We will just burn it in the catacombs.
I mean, the choke point here is convincing the Vlautlas not to scapegoat you.
How about we're dealing with your skeleton problem? Okay, thanks, bye. We'll take 2,000. How about instead of taking 5,000, we take 2,000? Instead, and you guys just say, "Oh, he never showed up." All right. We'll
I have gotten one part of this soundtrack working. Okay, we'll just leave that there and deal with it later.
We can
Dragging
drop
this
that
giant
off.
dead horse.
We can always just drop the stuff off here and deal with it later.
I'm sure they'll notice the big blood trail going through their tomb.
So the ranger can hide that, though, right? Like, let the ranger kind of...
We'll just get her mop.
As Lecky rolls stealth on the body to hide it, I guess.
Or I have survival. Could I roll that to, like, bury the tracks?
You can hide the tracks, but it is going to take a lot of time. I mean, not like a ton, like not strategic amounts of time, but like you're going to be fussing around with this corridor for like an hour.
Yeah, that seems like a plan to me.
What?
Hey guys, what's going on?
I'm not even gonna ask. Just this feels like scrubbing away this blood trail on the catacombs. Like, Okay.
There was an order of the bear outside, and I shot him.
What kind of armor was he wearing?
He's got plate and a shield.
Well, plate's worth quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet, we stripped him of his plate.
Theoretically, but I think it's a little heavy for me because I have 10 strength.
The entire reason that you guys killed this person was to try and cover your tracks. Now you're like immediately, hey, how many people can we bring into this conspiracy? Okay, we'll pay off the Vlatless to keep silent. Now let's go sell his armor to Ront.
Oh no, we're gonna go bury his armor and his equipment outside later.
We just need to find a fence.
No, like he just turns to all of you. No. We're burying that.
I imagine, like, Vane could probably sell it for us, right?
Like he just kind of turns. We're not doing anything with Vane.
No, this is a good idea.
This is a great idea.
You killed the Vlatless for the Order of the Weird. You killed the Lions for the Vlatless, and now you should go sign up with the person who's trying to kill you and kill, I don't know, let's say the Third Eye.
No, let's hold up. Let's go kill a member of the Order of the Weird for the Order of the Lion.
They're not even hostile to each other.
We can't risk our reputation. Okay. This is getting stupid amounts of stupid. I love it.
Alright, well, for actual plans, we're burying his item somewhere, and then we're going to drag the two corpses into the catacombs.
Yeah, he does have. There is a directive which mentions Pilate by name. It says that he is the one who informed the Lions that the vampires are poking about town. He's also got 6 gold on him. Not the best roll. Why did I do that secretly?
Why did I do that secretly?
Alright, I can drag the token around if you want, but I mean, yeah.
Like he just dumped him off here for later.
If the exact position is for some reason important, I can drag the token around, but I'm just gonna be lazy and leave it there otherwise. In fact,
just assume we take it deeper in and we dump
I'm just going to delete that token outright because it's not like you need the token for anything.
So what's the best AC in the party right now?
Dern?
Pretty sure it's Dern. He's usually our tank. Speaking of which, Dern, buddy.
I'm at AC 20.
So I'm at 19.
Are you coming?
Are you coming along, dude?
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at something.
Yeah, you lead the party. You and Beak take up front and get shot with all the arrows. Yeah, but you can deflect arrows.
Beak's AC is not bad either. Like, yeah, 16 is all right. It isn't fantastic, but it's decent.
Ern, you were literally up front. You were the tank up ahead of the party.
Oh yeah,
Things
I
gonna
got
hit
those
you.
really important wings of flying for this catacombs. So
Huh?
do we want to go to
This
the
is
west?
where
Or?
Beak begins wandering around randomly until he finds something to shoot him in the face.
All right, so we're going this way. I'm gonna sit behind Dern because he has 2 more armor class than I do.
Gonna wander around until you walk into 8 million skeletons. Good luck, I'm behind 7,000 skeletons.
We could make
Oh.
the reception checks. Do we hear anything? I guess skeletons are probably silent.
No, they click and clack around. Please don't get shot by a bunch of. Actually, no, get shot by a bunch of skeleton archers.
What's
Aggro
in
as
this
many as
corner
you
over
can.
here? So this is like an ancient mausoleum from the towns of Ramtorn, or
Yes. In fact, this catacomb goes through the entire hills, and its opposite end is a burial place for the traditional burial place for the royal family of the
oh
whole
wow,
kingdom.
so it's just like miles and miles of catacombs.
Yeah, it is gigantic. In fact, on that note, somewhere at the western edge, you are going to see a corridor that just goes into the void. And what it is the complete catacomb is going to be probably the finale for the Great Forest arc, but that's not a thing
Oh
right now.
my! I seem to be in a void. It's like
Specifically you're in the walls.
oh, there we are.
Oh.
I see everything.
This bit here is the Vlatla controlled, or formerly Vlatla controlled section of the catacomb, which is much smaller. So
I don't know where everyone went.
We're all
in
back
the
up in the
void.
main hallway.
Okay.
So if we go west, we go to the area zone for like level 15 and up. Is that?
Nah, you'll know when you're wandering out into there when you see a sudden black void that
Okay.
does not go away when you get close to it.
I mean, Dern will occasionally search around a little bit when he gets to like a dead end, as in previous,
We are in single file territory.
just to get a.
Yeah, the
An
corridors
idea
here
what's
get
around.
very narrow. There are lots of I forget what they're called, but the little cubbies that hold skulls.
Or entire skeletons. Wait, no, we should be searching every little nook and cranny just in case. Fucking. This is gonna be like.
What's up?
Hello?
Is that another vampire?
Down the hall and to the left. Yeah, I got 2 thralls
Oh,
stationed
okay.
either side of the skeleton thing. Just turn left when you're between them.
Hey guys, I found a unique token. Who's this? They look important.
That is Lydia Vlatla, the one what showed up and talked to Dern.
You should reactivate her nameplate.
Have fun, guys.
Lucky turns the corner and gets shot by a dozen skeleton archers and dies.
So wait,
Yeah.
should we go south or north?
Oh,
Okay.
Jasper, go south and then west.
Yeah.
Sort of wanders off to the north, goes into a completely different tomb.
Open up the door, skeletons everywhere, awkwardly close it, walk back out.
That is still my favorite reaction to like any form of threat. It's just
Hang up. Let me roll initiative for him.
oh no,
Because he is super angry.
he is
Very angry. Much wrath. And he is going to...
Ern, why aren't you ahead of us? Why'd you fall behind us?
You were moving too fast. I was
Because
shining up
Beak
to play vampire.
is... Because Beak wanders around until he finds a random encounter. We have established this. What Beak does, that is how he do. Alright, Lecky is up first.
Oh boy, there is a skeleton over here, and I shall take him back to his master. Pew! Holy shit.
Well, that's
One
going to be a
shorter.
hit.
Thunk.
Useful combat data. All right, Beak, you're up.
Oh no. Lucky is going
you
to
got
move.
more to do.
Yeah, Lucky. I am a ranged character. Oop.
All right, now it is Beak's turn. A pair of skeletons in heavy armor carrying halberds, just about ready to lop your head off.
Oh.
Yeah, now these two here, these are the big boy skeletons that you've walked right into. Yeah.
They are the biggest of boys.
Ah, no, they do not. The lion infantry, they get to stab you just for getting close to them. But not these guys. They're so in their undead state. That 17 will hit.
I'm gonna be right back.
Is wearing what kind of save? All right. I'm going to guess that's a fail. Not until he gets up. I don't think it does. It did in 3rd edition, but I don't think it does in 5th. Alright. It is Dern's turn now.
I'm going to move into the action. Jordan will kind of cautiously approach down the corridor, but not quite engage.
Skeletons turn and glare at you. One of them from the ground where Beak shoved him over with a nice solid kick to the breastplate there. You got anything else you're doing? You're going to ready any actions or anything?
No, I'm out of action, so.
Sephora's turn then. All right.
Sort of I missed. Did we get killed by skeletons yet?
Not yet. You're just in time for that, actually. Jethro's going, and then you're getting killed by skeletons.
Oh, good. I'm in time for Jethro to disappoint me.
Oh, by the way, Jethro, the skeletons don't go for necrotic damage on them.
Yeah, I was assuming.
Since you made that knowledge check a while back, it's
Oh, there they are. They're on the other side. Can't really see them all that well, but I'm sure I can shoot one of them. Maybe.
Yeah, they're backed into niches right now, but don't worry, they'll be plenty visible in just a moment.
Well, let's try this. Hey, it hit.
Dear God, you've hit something. Which one are we hitting here?
Let's say the top one.
Alright, and as the skeleton infantry are custom creatures, they are vulnerable to radiant damage. Which most undead, like nearly all, are not. I don't know why.
That's bizarre.
It is. But yeah, these skeleton infantry are my own creation, so I have solved that problem. I will stand as a bonus action, move up, and murder with his standard action. He's targeting Dern, as Dern is the nearest living creature. I believe that's a miss. Yes. Good effort, but ultimately no good. And that's a hit with the riposte. You crack a couple of ribs with your sword.
Well, not
Straight
sword.
through the breastplate.
It's a flail.
Ah, through the flail.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
damn, that
rewrite
means
the
it does-
actions, but I'm using a flail currently.
Yeah, that means it does double damage, so forget a couple of ribs, you shatter the whole rib cage and that guy crumples. This one is attacking Jethro. Does that hit? I think it does.
Yeah, 19 AC. Or
So, hacks into Jethro with the blade of the halberd. Lucky, your turn.
All right. Lucky is going to step forward again. See the Skellymans. and use her sling to shoot this one. Yeah.
That
Yes,
bounces
no.
off the plate armor. Well, half plate, but the half that's plated is where your sling goes, and it bounces.
Oh, by the way, so bludgeoning, so they're vulnerable to bludgeoning damage?
Yep.
Oh shit, how much
Big
did my
scary
fucking first slingshot do? Like 12 damage? Jesus.
Alright, Beak, your turn. Alright, Dern. Going to give us some skeleton smashing good.
Yeah, Dern's gonna provoke and get around the skeleton with the halberd.
Ooh, looks like he snags you on your way over. Or not actually hits you, just
Whiffs.
glares at you
Real close.
and in an unsettling manner. But hey, your flail shatters a femur in return, so that's neat. Sephora, you might be able to finish this off.
Or not.
Nah, this is Lucky Ducks, as Sephora sends a firebolt straight over her head.
Don't you XCOM. Not XCOMing is not allowed.
You
So
listen
Jethro?
here. I am 57 years old. XCOM as much as I like.
Well, I'm going to try another Searing Blast. Oh,
Damn. And the skeleton crumples to ash beneath your holy light.
and fire.
That too.
Pew.
Like, has Jethro's god been just like trying to get him to go and deal with the undead first? Has that been?
It's like that meme where everything else I sleep, undead, I woke.
Real shit.
Skeleton Archer will.
Oh no, it's an archer.
You. Dern is the nearest living thing, which means he gets the arrow.
Alright, Darn, you ready?
Yeah, you are +4.
He needs to free the skeleton inside of you, Dern. Don't take it personally.
And I believe that is a hit exactly. These are remarkably, I mean, this is supposed to be a relatively easy dungeon,
No,
particularly compared to the spiders and even the goblins a little. But
it's the curse of Ozzy, I swear.
but yeah, like if they keep getting hits on this AC 20 monster who should be getting hit like what, once every 5 attacks? As opposed to like 2 out of 3. Anyways, Lucky's turn now.
Lucky will step up like 10 feet? Let's see. And give that skeleton archer the what for with her sling.
Oh no, not the what for.
Oh,
Damn. Yeah. So it just goes straight through its skull, shatters it, and it collapses.
I told you, he got the what for.
All right, Beak.
He will very, very cautiously sprint into the next encounter and aggro it.
I figured out how the ruler works, Kane, if that helps.
Alright, don't aggro them. I get advantage if I get to act before them.
Asking Beak not to aggro them. There's
Like asking a fish not to swim.
There's going to need to be a Beak themed difficulty increaser, like a -1 disadvantage. Yeah, that his disadvantage is going to be something like drastically expanding the aggro radius of the monsters. So yeah, you got 10 feet of movement left, I think. You wanna?
You should.
All right, turn.
And you went to the west?
It is. Like, that's not that you can't see all the nameplate. That's actually, it's search help. You have to die midway through in order to pronounce it correct.
I wonder what Lucky's eventual curse is going to be.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out if I could do something about like getting hit by 1,000,000 arrows while flying, but that's super niche. So,
But that's everyone in the campaign who just like do anything that isn't. Oh, who the fuck is 8-headed?
aha.
Yeah, he was a bit late, so he's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's looking to observe more of 5e.
There's
Who's
supposed to be a wall
Sir?
there.
Oh, okay. Because I saw like a Sir Tobias or something.
Yes. I forgot to put in a. Yeah, I forgot to put in a wall. So, it is importantly true. I mean, it's not. Yeah, there's a couple of skeletons in there. That's fine. But it is importantly true that you cannot attack that skeleton infantry, nor vice versa, through the wall. So, all right, Sephora.
Turn's good.
Yeah, Beak's the one paying her rent, so that makes him priority number 1 so far as she's concerned.
We'll know we'll know there are enemies behind us when she drops dead. Hey Sephora, what are you doing?
We have an 8-headed in the chat. Hi there, buddy.
Make an attack roll against.
Making sure he can hear us.
What do?
Good.
Oh, a Homestuck. Hello, Homestuck.
All right, so Jethro's turn.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll Advance.
I am now thoroughly impressed by Jethro.
I can stand on that undead corpse, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you walk over to it and then you just curb stomp it.
I mean,
Can't
granted,
actually-
you may be in the worst possible place if it turns out these guys have some kind of revive power. Just
No,
saying.
he's standing on it. What's it gonna do? Try to get up?
Knock me on my feet. My. I
I'm
can't
pretty
see
sure
any.
Lucky shattered that skull.
Yeah, like he just annihilated that skull.
So there isn't any more undead in my direct vicinity, right? I can't see with all the weird lighting.
Yeah. Nah. To your perception, there are no undead left, but claustrophobic tunnel fighting is sort of the theme here.
Well,
so.
I'll go hang out with Beak. How about that? I'm done.
All right. You can hear a pair of skeletons in a that-a-way direction.
They're singing about Halloween or something.
Eight-headed. You should be able to see what's going on now. Are you? These guys all have light, so you should be able to. Okay. Here's what we're doing. Can I do that from here? I cannot do that from here. Plan B then.
Might have that lion thing from the playtest we did. Maybe you can just use that as a placeholder.
So, am I safe to move now? Hello?
Hang on.
Hello?
I am just going to get eight-headed set up with. All right. How about now? Are you able to see now? All right. So you should be able to move that eight-headed ghost token around, and that is just not a real thing. That is purely so that you can just follow the party around with that. Your sight is basically unlimited. I can't let you see walls, unfortunately, but yeah. Your vision is like 200 feet, so.
If you
Anyways.
metagame to us, we will skin you.
No, he's good for that.
He's already a ghost, so there's nothing to skin. I guess I probably should have made him a ghoul or something. Anyways, you can hear the skeleton infantry on the other side of this wall here repositioning themselves, but they do not emerge to fight you, and it is Lecky's turn.
I had been clicking around for a little bit with my mouse. I apologize.
Okay, so Lecky just parkours around the room for a bit, and
That was still supposed to be a 30-foot move, but it's like, I wonder what it looks like on other people's screen if I just. Anyway, so Lucky, upon seeing no undead to righteously sling at, shall use her other action to squeeze, and then I'm going to roll a stealth check so that the skeleton doesn't see me. I think the skeleton sees me.
skeleton sees you.
Oh boy.
And you have activated his trap card because he has reach.
Oh no. Oh no,
But he swings way wide. He sort of mistimes as how soon he thinks you're going to be within reach, and
like he
the
just kind of
halberd
steps
lands like
into
2
reach,
feet
then
in front of you.
kind of backs a little bit out, and he sitting there for a little bit, and he swings. It's like, what the fuck?
All right, Beak.
Beak, go run in there.
Do what you do best. Trigger the enemy aggro. Glorious. I do commend you on, once again, walking directly into what is possibly the most dangerous part of the tomb.
Oh, okay.
So,
As like he just kind of inhales and exhales, feeling all the in the corner.
that Sir Tobias there, an undead knight.
Who rolled the D20 plus 7? Sir Tobias over there?
Yep.
Nah, you suck. I hope Lucky just nat 27 rolls max damage on both hits, on both dice, and the crit just fucking annihilates him in a single shot.
So yes, a knight in the faded garb of the Order of the Bear steps forward to slice at you, and is entirely unable to do so. You are using this as a quarterstaff or not? Because I don't think a quarterstaff does a D8.
Quarterstaffs do a D8.
Do they?
Quarterstaff, yeah, if you're two-handing a quarterstaff, it does a D8.
Neat. I would have assumed it would be a D4, D6. But...
spooky. Great.
Alright. So this fellow takes double damage from the bludgeoning. You crack a couple of bones. And Dern is... Oh, hey, no, hang on. We are doing punches now. Does that hit his AC? His AC is pretty beastly. That 19 is going to be a miss as he bats it. Also, Jeff, if you're saying anything, I don't hear it. Yep. Tobias.
Like he just turns around. Beak, you bastard.
And going to
Beak,
take
you bastard.
all of the reactions. Ow.
What about the natural 20? Will the natural 20 hit?
Didn't we kill Tobias?
So, you have found the guy what hits like a Mack truck and has a ton of armor.
Like he's like, please, Sir Tobias, don't hurt
through
me.
you.
Did we not manage to burn Tobias? I thought we had been burning the corpses, but I guess we missed him. He was out in the wilderness, I guess.
No, this guy is not one of the ones that you encountered earlier. This guy was dead when you got here.
He was already dead. Sir Tobias, please don't stab me.
Yeah.
Just Dern, get in front of me and get stabbed for me, please.
Well, they're all out of reactions, right?
Yeah, they're all out of...
The good news is these guys are all out of reactions. So.
Yeah, Dern, you
right.
you stand right there. I'm gonna go join Beak.
I don't know. Dern's actually gonna go for this. Can he attack the skeletons, or they have like cover? Or
No. The skeletons are perfectly attackable from there, and vice versa. Which is why Beak is now bleeding badly.
all right. I guess Dern's gonna start with the skeleton on the right.
All right.
for a big old miss.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
I will action surge and try again.
That is a hit exactly.
Oh, that's good.
Which this is still a flail, I presume.
Yeah,
And
18
you are
damage.
shattering bones with each strike.
And Dern
Sephora?
is all of action.
Hey, Sephora, we need like a flame orb in here. I mean, like... So we wandered right into the first boss
I'm
room.
pretty sure the only token visible from Sephora is 8-Headed's ghostly ghost. Oh, yeah. That, just, you can see the faintest edge of a tag there. Alright, Jethro.
Hey, Jethro, you should displace me. I have 5 feet of movement left.
Okay.
So, Kirk?
Yeah, Beak wasn't really using that long anyway.
Oh, you was going back for healing? Well, I better kill them, just in case. Maybe I'll actually get some use. Alright, Searing Blast.
Ah, that'll miss, regardless of your target.
Oh well, at least I can tank some hits.
Just Searing Blast, nat 20, rolls max damage.
Alright. Skeletons are going to wail on Dern as he is the nearest living creature. Which is for the best, all things considered, because that 18 would have been nasty for anyone else but him.
If the damaged skeleton misses, I will repost him.
He does. Go for it. That does hit.
It's the flail riposte. Ooh!
Is that already doubled, or?
No, I could add another D8. So what did I do? I rolled.
Wait, why did it roll 2d8 plus 4?
The repost, I get to add a D8 because of the ability.
Ah, so that is just 19 flat, doubled to extra death. Yeah, that's not a thing anymore. That you have reduced that skeleton to dust.
Oh, I thought he would have smashed the skull into its chest and it kind of waddled around a little bit.
Sir Tobias makes 2 attacks. Dear God. Total of 21. Yeah, for a crit, that was awful. Just hacks you apart. And he is then going to action surge and trigger his unholy stamina to heal himself a bit. And it is now Lucky's turn.
Okay, so Lucky is going to step up and displace Jethro again. That guy catches a sling.
And Jethro gets to eat. Ah, but it's a miss. since that spot where Lecky is now standing is threatened.
Phew.
Yep, that's not going to be a hit. Beak, what are you feeling? I forget, but it's got to be in the compendium. There it is. Potion of healing. Really? That's it? Just that? Okay. I stand corrected. Apparently the more better kinds of potions of healing are not in the compendium, just the basic dumb kind. But I have a DMG, so we're going to look in there. Potion of Animal Friendship, Diminution, Giant Strength, Healing. 4d4 plus 4.
Awesome.
Well, fuck.
Jip. What a jip.
Goldblum has scammed you. Alright, just a standard one this time.
Oh, those ones seem to be way better. Way better bang for your buck.
That one was only slightly below average, so, you know, as duds go. Alright. I mean, yep, your bones have snapped back into place, your skin has stitched itself back together, and you have regrown
Hey,
a few
Jeffrey, you're
feathers.
gonna want to heal. You're gonna want to heal Dern, by the way.
Post haste. Dern!
When it's my turn, I will.
I guess first I'll try and heal myself.
All I need to do is get one of those good ripostes on big man over here. Do a 19 riposte to him.
And yeah, I'll provoke. I'll move over.
Oh,
Nah, you're good. There's nothing left to provoke.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait,
He already
no.
got his.
The skeleton on the left still gets to buddy misses.
ooh,
Yeah,
riposte.
search
I
and
will
bias.
use my final fourth action to repost it.
You have nearly killed him.
That's 28 damage. Holy crap.
Oh, was it Tobias or the skeleton that struck at me? It was Tobias?
Oh no, it was not. It was the skeleton who struck you. That is a good catch.
28
I
is
don't
not
know
quite
why
enough?
I'm so tired. Yeah, not quite enough.
That's too
He
bad.
has 2 hit points left.
I will strike him with the flail and miss.
All right. Sepora. Just move 1 square to the northwest, I dare you.
Skeleton.
Great plan. Best plan. It's what Beak would do.
Well, no. No, but there's an empty spot right here, right in front of me.
All right. Almost
Just
makes
now
me
you don't have
consider
to
whether or not I
displace
should block off that southern passage and like force people to take the long way around so that they face some of the other skeletons before this guy. Nah, there's tons of loops and twisty passages in this thing. It's like a loop made of loops. Like it's not super complex, but there's definitely you can do. There's the four tombs, right? And it is absolutely possible to do them in any order. But if I block off just one, yeah, take the hard one first with Dern in the back because Beak was wandering ahead. All right, Jethro, it's your turn.
Well, I was gonna heal Dern. Oh, maybe I still can.
You can.
There he is.
He's behind a wall.
I can
Yeah, he's
poke
in
him,
there.
right?
Yes, you are adjacent to him now.
Oh.
He was able to wipe one of the skeletons and then he stepped onto its spot. But that's just how Sir Tobias likes it. Just have one fellow that he can wail on with his multi-attack and his bonus damage.
Cure wounds.
All right, Dern is feeling a little better. Skeleton infantry sees Jethro step into place. Immediately takes a swipe and does nothing. Tobias will continue attacking Dern.
Ooh.
No effect. He thought he was cool. Lucky, your turn.
Lucky is going to smash that skeleton dude over there with the sling. I'm gonna sling you. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Huh, yeah.
Death. That's 12 damage.
That is well more than he can handle. So, Beak.
Oh, wait, no. Wait. He was within 5 feet of the other guy, which means I get a second attack. Yeah.
Go for it. Unfortunately, you do not have advantage.
Darn it.
So that is a miss. Yes, you can move there, and then up to there. You would have to provoke along the way, though, from Tobias.
You coward.
Yeah.
That
Not
literally
that,
did
you
that.
don't love doing that, but, all right, Dern. Or at least no more than once per encounter. Because, like, that's how you started this, was by...
I'm not quite getting advantage yet, right, for him?
No. If Jethro shimmies to the northwest, he would, or if you shimmy to the northwest.
I'll do it. I'll provoke. Move over.
All right. He swipes. Of course. At least the modifier doesn't get doubled too, because that would be a big deal for this guy. He has tons of extra damage. Sure.
18 damage. Sorry,
That is
16
gonna be a hit,
damage.
though. So. All right.
There's a
Sephora?
spooky.
Okay. Nah, there's a wall in the way.
She can displace Lecky if she wants to.
She can actually see Beak from there, but turns out Sepora was working for Vane the whole time. She cast Scorching Ray on Beak. Alright. Jethro? I do kind of wonder if I should somehow prevent people from encountering this first.
Because the dude in front of me is, in fact, an enemy, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like the most annoyingly claustrophobic fight in a dungeon themed around annoyingly claustrophobic fights.
It's a closet troll fight.
Like, yeah, exactly. And this guy has no range attacks. If you could kite him, you'd be fine. But that's the whole thing. Yep. That will not hit.
Son of a... It was worth a shot.
It's a pretty good roll, too. It was just slightly above, wasn't it? It just had a good bonus.
Oh, wait, he is flanked. Does that help?
Oh, that just gives you advantage. Doesn't help in this case.
Just imagine if you just nat 20'd him, that would have been just annihilation.
Alright. He is equidistant from a total of 4 living targets. We're going clockwise, which means Jethro gets to play with him today. Looks like 1 hit. For 8 damage. As the... Nah, that was the second attack, which missed. The enraged skeleton continues swinging away.
Like he's gonna be like, yes, but have you heard of our Lord and Savior, the Swing?
He hasn't, but he's about to.
12.
Not quite enough. He still had 7 health left. I am slightly disappointed. That would have been a good way to see him out. But hey, Beak, maybe you can finish him off? All right. That karate chop in the middle is going to hit. And finally, drop this bastard. So, we've begun as we mean to continue.
Encountering a big hard encounter and getting stabbed to death, yes.
Yes, we've begun as we plan to go on. That's the phrase I'm looking for.
Alright, so that guy down.
One of the fellows you're going to need to inter to...
How do we inter?
You scoop up his bones and put them back in the coffin.
Alright, sweet.
That's what I'm looking up right now. Because
that 6 that he's rolling, that tells me there's sweet loot on him. Or
are we keeping the half plates that we see? Those are pretty valuable, right?
Yeah, the half plate, he's got full plate. His longsword is a +1. And he has a wedding ring still on his finger bone, which is a simple gold band, but it is gold.
I guess we take his full plate, his buddy's half plate, and then Dern gets the sword.
Yeah, I'll just kind of surreptitiously trade out his sword for mine, you know?
Suggestion, how about we move this dude's body to the Lion Knight who we killed, and make them look like they killed each other. With his horse? I don't think it's gonna fit. Yeah, well, I guess if we make it look like there was a fight, maybe, I don't know. Just my thought. Yeah, that might work. But then we need we need to plant a bow or something with it, right?
No, no, Lucky removed the arrows, remember? And then Lucky just picks up a halberd and, along with the arrow wounds, kind of widens them out with one of the skeletons.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Couldn't find us and got fucking murdered by skeletons.
On Tobias's sarcophagus, he gets a twee little poem.
Of course he did.
Well, a failure in life and death, so.
So, 1 down, 3 to go. They're no longer in combat because, yeah.
I'm all for that.
Jethro's going to spit out some healing, I presume.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll use the channel divinity thing to bring him up to 50%. Then I'll use a cure.
Should we pause here, or do we want to keep going?
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing we're going to do that's going to fit into 6 minutes, so.
So 50%, then I guess I'll use heal on myself and a level 2 heal on Dern. Does that sound good?
If we rest,
optionally,
I mean, if we rest like 10 or 15 minutes, I can get back up. You don't have to waste your.
okay,
your
good.
weeklies. The rally, or yeah.
Do those stack with themselves, or okay? Like he still has 5 hit points, so like he will squat menacingly on this coffin.
Like he has become the gargoyle.
Yes. Actually, she tries to sit as still as possible and pretend to be a gargoyle. Let's roll stealth. Let's see it.
You are a moderately convincing gargoyle.
Yes.
People need to be reasonably perceptive to figure out that you are not a gargoyle.
I am the knight.
A tyrant of the shade?
Maybe.
But are you the spite? Are you the pain repaid?
That's a good question.
Alright, so I think we're done. Yep.